January 2022. Happy New Year to you. And it's a little tricky right now. We're on what feels like on the brink of yet another lockdown, more restrictions, more closures, more trying to figure out how to navigate the information that's coming at us. These are tricky times, and perhaps the last thing you want to talk about is real estate. And I get that. I can also tell you that some of the big economic drivers in the last 18 months, if not more, has also been real estate. And so if you have been considering a move, if you're curious about what these new restrictions have on our market and how is real estate still just thriving right now, then stay tuned for this week's VP Pulse. So real estate during the COVID era, what have we seen? And more specifically, I'm of course covering our Southern Ontario, GTA, so the Greater Toronto Area, and West, covering Guelph, Kitchener, Waterloo. And why? What has fueled our economy? How has real estate been so successful for so many? We are very much in a seller's market. So what does that mean? It just means it's basic supply and demand. All right, so the number of units that we have for sale simply do not match the demand that we have for these homes, which then of course increases our sale price. It increases the sale to list price ratio, of course, and the multiple offer situation. It just is a snowball effect. So how do you quelch this demand? And why is there so much of a demand? Well, there's a few things. Some of it is affordability. The interest rates are at an all-time low. They are still rather low. And so more people are able to now qualify for homes. More people have stronger buying power, and they would like to capitalize on that opportunity and get it into the market at these rates. Not to mention the borders, right? As soon as you open borders, as soon as immigration starts coming in, you're fueling our economy and there's money circulating, and a lot of people want to invest that money in real estate. And our housing simply does not keep up with that demand. So those are some key components of what has been fueling our market. Of course, economists, if you follow them, there's a whole bunch of other factors to be considered here, but I can only cover those that cover real estate. And I can tell you from what we're seeing, boots on the ground in the market today, there is still a very high demand. We are still very much in a seller's market. So have you been waiting for this market to cool down? Have you been waiting to find the perfect home so you can finally sell your home? Truth be told, we have a number of clients sitting in that category where, yes, they're ready to sell. However, they have nowhere to go. Where do you buy once you sell? So a few things that have helped our clients make that decision are, do they have perhaps access to another property that they can go live in temporarily because they're selling high and they're selling for a profit? Another option is moving in with family. That's tricky too, especially now given the numbers, but you do what you can. Another option has been renting. The rental market is still quite competitive. However, you are able to secure a rental as long as you have all of your documents ready to go and you have your credit checks, your reference letters, etc. There's a whole whack of documents that you need to have and check for that. So those are some options. A few clients have actually relocated, right? Because their jobs no longer require them to go to in person, to show up in person, and so they've said, okay, well, I want that pool and I'm not going to get it here in Toronto, so I'm moving out west or I'm moving further out east, and that's what's brought them success. So there are options. There are options if you're willing to work with someone to help you kind of sift through and pinpoint exactly what kind of lifestyle you want to continue with and where perhaps your home will now materialize for you. Lots more to come this year. Looking forward. Thank you for sharing in this journey with me. I'll see you again in a few.